All right. So we're seeing how many folks really want Clay Holmes as closer. He's getting an opportunity right now in the bottom of the ninth inning, and I'm a little early, so for a lot of folks are probably still watching the game, but hopefully a bunch of you will hop on as the game ends. But I'll take you through this bottom of the ninth. The Yankees are up 3-2, and Trey Mancini's up. Clay Holmes is on the mound, so we'll see what happens here. Let's see what happens, and hopefully they'll clean this out. And if they finish this off cleanly, then obviously we'll get a third consecutive win, and a series win too, which will be fantastic. So it'll be the 9th consecutive series win for the Yankees. 1 out, struck out Trey Mancini. Nice. He's really establishing himself as a viable option for the reliever spot. I mean, he really is, and it's a good thing. It's a good thing because obviously, Aroldis Chapman's been shaky. And so we need some other options. I don't necessarily want to throw Wise again there. He's been a little shaky too. Michael King's been a perfect long relief guy. And I do have some long relief news for you in a little bit. So I'll wait until the game to end before I drop the long relief news because it is significant. 0-1, Urias is up. Taz, a.k.a. Pedro's in the house. What is good, man? What is good? It's my pleasure, Taz, man. Blessings back to you too, man. I love doing this. I want to try to do it as often as I possibly can. We're in the 9th. We're up 3-2 if you're not watching. Got 1 out. Clay Holmes is on the mound. Johnny Lozano is warming up in the bullpen. So, yeah, 0-2 to Urias. But it's my pleasure, Taz, man. I appreciate everybody that comes on here and spends time with me and actually tolerates me watching me. Normally, I would just like to do the lineup and the post-game recap, but there's been so much news pop out recently. Little things I've been putting up all these extra videos. So I hope you don't mind. I hope people aren't getting sick of me. So, and there's already breaking news that I'll share once the game is over. That I'll probably put up a video tomorrow morning once I get a little more clarity on it. Ground ball to second. 2 down. 1 to go in the 9th. All right, Holmes, baby. Holmes is looking good as a closer. I mean, he really is. And Rugnet Odor is going to be the last batter here. It looks like. So we'll see if we get him out. And it's good to have you, man. How you been, Taz? You doing all right? Rugnet Odor is 1 for 3 for the night with a single, and he's batting 200. So typical Rugnet Odor, not a high batting average. Some clutch hits here and there. And we got 1 out to go to end the game. So let's see what happens here. And the pitch, the 0-0 is ball 1. Ben Myers, how are you, my friend? What is good, man? We got 1 out to go for the game to end. 1 out to go. There's 2 outs. Clay Holmes is on the mound. Rugnet Odor, former Yankee, is up. So, and Taz, all good, getting back from work and following the game on the way. Everything is good over here, man. It's all good. And, looking forward to hopefully announcing another win. This is a close game, a 3-2 one, but I like the fact that the Yankees are winning these closer games. Maz is here. What's up, brother? Okay. It's 2-0 to Odor. And the pitch. 2-1. Strike 1. Abington Bronx, what's happening? What is good? We'll get a bunch more people filtering in once the game ends, I'm sure. If you haven't hit the like button, make sure you hit that like button right now so you don't have to worry about it later. I appreciate you. I always try to get the likes over 100 when we do these lives. So, and we've had a couple of videos a couple of lives where I've gotten like 300, 400, 500 likes. So it's kind of awesome. Strike 2, 2-2, baby. 2-2. Tough at bat. Rookie. Dude, you know what? You're right. He does have a chip on his shoulder, and he's a tough at bat. He's not the sexiest hitter, but he's a pesky at bat for a lot. When he was a Yankee, he was a pesky at bat. A lot of clutch hits. He's a pesky at bat here too. And he was a fun teammate to have. He really was, and he's a tough guy too. And the 2-2 is foul ball. Aaron Judge. We got an Aaron Judge trade number 1 between the Yankees, Baltimore. Ooh, Baltimore, San Diego. Let's go. Ben Myers is watching the Twins game today in Oakland. Stadium is so sad looking. The commentary station looks so unsafe, and the attendance. Yeah, I mean they average like 3,000 fans a game. I don't know how they afford to pay the players' salaries. It's an absolute shame. I know they're looking to move to Vegas, so we'll see if that happens. Maz is filling me in on a lot of the details with that too. So once we get a more confirmation of info, then it'll be a little bit better. Another foul ball by Odor, still 2-2. Al, howdy, Al. How are you? How are you? I just get some news break on my phone here. Oh, Max Scherzer looks like he got hurt. Something happened. He asked to be taken out of the game. So we might have another second pitching injury tonight. As soon as this game ends, I'll report the first one. It's a Yankee related one. Another foul ball. This guy keeps hitting foul balls. Let me see if I can get some intel here. Oh, look at this too. Chris Paddock, one of the pitching top young pitchers that the Padres just sent to the Twins in a trade a couple weeks ago, had Tommy John surgery today. That just broke too. Jeez Louise. Let's see if I can find anything on Max Scherzer here while we wait for this last out. Ground ball to first. Game over. Yankees win, baby. Make Yankees win. Yes, sir. The Yankees have just won 3 in a row against the the Orioles. They've won the series. Max Scherzer is walking off the mound alongside trainer Joe Golia here in the 6th inning. He's thrown 87 pitches. He's appeared to be in pain. It was his call to get out of the game. Looks like something significant might have happened. So Scherzer looks like he's hurt too. Now we got Lorenzo's in the house. What's happened, man? The hustle's fantastic too. The attendance in Oakland is pathetic. It's terrible. Yankees just won 3-2, another freaking win. Just got a 2-day prep note on tonight in private room explosions. 2-day prep note on tonight. Tell me what you mean, Udall. I want to make sure I understand what you're saying. 9th series in a row. Yes, they won their 9th series in a row. So, all right, let me get you this really quickly here before I do the recap. Max Scherzer just asked to be taken out. So it looks like there might be an injury to him. We don't know what the report is, but more significantly for the Yankees, earlier Luis Gil was in a game and he threw a pitch and something happened to his arm. He was grabbing his elbow. He asked the trainer to come out and he said, "I'm done." So it looks like Luis Gil might have a significant injury. I don't know whether it's indoor, inside or outside or whatnot. It could be a flex, it could be a UCL. I don't know the details yet. I'm waiting on it. They're obviously going to send them for tests and MRI. So we'll see what happens. So I will report something on Luis Gil as soon as I get some more intel on it. But that sucks. But this is one reason why ad nauseum I talk about adding starting pitching for the Yankees, and I talk about it to people's frustrations. And I talked about it for like a year. This is why, because that was one of our replacement guys. If one of our starters got hurt, like this young kid with a big arm, could have been a long relief, could have been a reliever. Now he's down. So we're one less, and now we can't really depend on. We don't know who we can depend on now, but he was one of the guys that we were, banking on. So colonoscopy. You're getting your test. That's right, Udall. That's right. That's right. Does that mean you won't be on Saturday? Is that what you're saying? You won't be on Saturday, it's totally fine. I mean, take care of your health, man. Your health is most important. But the Yankees get another win, so congrats for them. We got a trade here for Mazza. Judge, Vargas, Gomez, Wisniewski to the Padres. Baltimore gets Gleyber, Gallo, Davey Garcia, Austin Wells, Anthony Sigler. New York gets Blake Snell, Trent Grisham, Mackenzie Gore, Cedric Mullins, Adley Rutschman, and Rodriguez. Oh, man, yeah, sign me up for that. That's a historic return for the Yankees, Mazza. So, yeah, thank you for that one. No. Yankees Morning Brew, what's happening, man? Salute to you, too. You'll do what you got to do, man. I mean, seriously, do what you got to do. Your health is most important, so. The Luis Gil, once I have a little bit more clarity on the Luis Gil news, I'll report it. But he's hurt, and it looks like Max Scherzer's hurt now, too. They both asked to be taken out of the game today, so we'll see what happens. But the Yankees went up on an RBI, a wild pitch scoring Josh Donaldson, and then RB looks like an RBI double for Gleyber Torres. They're up 3-0 in the first, so they struck early. And then Austin Hayes hit an RBI double to put him at 3-1. Trey Mancini reached on a fielder's choice to make it 3-2, and that's all the offense of the game. Aside from that, it was the Garrett Cole show. He went 7 innings, 6 hits, 2 runs, 5 strikeouts for the win. He's 4-0. 4-0. And Clay Holmes threw 2 clean innings, 1 hit, and 1 strikeout. And that was it for the game. It was a pretty clean baseball game, but another good win by the Yankees and ending the 9th straight series. Fantastic. You feel fantastic, man. Really fantastic. And I agree with you, Ben. Mad Max is a guy that he doesn't leave unless he's hurt. So he's hurt. So we'll see what happens. I mean, he just had a hamstring problem. I don't know if it's leg or arm. We don't know yet. What's happening, Marcel? What is good? Coltrane didn't dominate, man. So Sean Hill was throwing. I'm trying to get some more clarity, but I got a bunch of notifications. He threw and something popped in his arm or something, and he had the trainer come out immediately and said, "I'm done." He had to leave the game. So not good. Not good. Point his elbow, said, "I'm done." Yeah, he's coming out of the game. That was 2 hours ago. Let's see. Apparent arm injury. Yeah, that's what we know right now. He just kept pointing to his elbow, Luis Gil. So again, once I have more clarity, we'll get an idea. I mean, you'll get an idea. I'll definitely put something out once we have a better idea. But that sucks. That really sucks. And this is why I keep saying the Yankees need to add pitching. This is why I keep saying it ad nauseum. But we'll see what they do. We'll see what they do. I mean, trade you would think so, right? DM, you would think so. Yesterday, Judge was 4-5. Yeah, today takes the cut. Yeah, it happens, man. It happens. You can go 4 for 5 or 8 for 10, and then go 0 for 15 the next. It just happens. You know, all the pitches are different, and so why did Hicks lead off today? My guess, Jim, is because Stanton and DJ had the day off, so he wanted to get some more on-base percentage at the top, and he's known for drawing a lot of walks. So that's my guess. They were down, two of their top hitters, so that's probably why. So, but guys, hit that like button if you don't mind. Just hit it really quickly. I want to get them likes up. I'm trying to get them to 100 if we can. I appreciate you. Yeah, damn right, Billy. The Yankees win. That's right, man. Tim King said that. Yeah, he'll hurt his arm today. It's something with his elbow. So I'll have some more clarity ASAP. I'll be looking out for it. And once I find out, believe me, I'll put out a video. Hopefully that'll be tomorrow morning's video. So, and you'll peace and love to everybody, man. Udall sends his love. Udall's the man, man. Udall's the man. Backstage, there he is. What's happening, my man? Just tonight and tomorrow, do the procedure back. Okay, Udall. Dude, take care of your health, bro. Really, your health is first and foremost, man. I mean, I know what it's like, man. Broke this collarbone. I had my arm set every time I coughed. It went the bone, and I had to get it That sucked. That was a bunch of years ago, but ugh. Chapman days are now. Henry, I mean, it looks more and more likely. It looks less reliable at the closer position. Obviously, it's either a less lower leverage situation or a trade to a team that might find him a little bit more valuable than the Yankees do at this point. San Diego needs a reliever, so he represents it in a good fit. I mean, a couple of Yankees represent good fits to a San Diego trade, so maybe something will happen. We'll see. And I also found out today that Zach Britton is already thrown from 120 feet. So he might be back sooner than later from his rehab. Looks like he's progressing well in his rehab. So, but I remember when he came out of an injury last year, he struggled the first couple of weeks. So I just take that with a grain of salt. I'm not banking on Britton, and this is his last year too. So we'll see what happens. Backstage, Gallo. I mean, a Hill injury does make a Castillo trade or a Montez or something more likely. But I mean, that's never good when you're holding on to your elbow and has to be taken out of the game immediately. That's not good. So, what do I think is wrong? It's mechanical. I think it's mental. It's a couple things because he still throws 100. He's a big, powerful dude. So I think they need to figure out how to use. I mean, maybe throw consecutive games. When he has too many days off, he stinks. He's wild. He's all over the place. So, don't know. You got to figure out what his deal is. But again, I would move him out of the closer spot for now and just put somebody like Clay Holmes in, who's clearly tested, and he can handle it pretty easily. So, yeah. Years and years ago, the Mets had a pitcher they acquired from the Tampa Bay Rays, a Latin guy, a real hard thrower through a pitch. The Mets, and it came running off the mound because, yeah, it happens, Billy. Like, I mean, I remember Dave Dravecki, he threw it and his arm snapped in half while he threw a pitch. Like, his forearm just snapped. If you ever heard, if you've never seen it, look up Dave Dravecki. Okay, he was a pitcher with the Padres, and you see the footage of his arm snapping when he throws. He's a left-handed pitcher. It was hideous, scary video. Like, oh my goodness, but that's happened. Schilling always said you can subtract 1 year off a pitcher's multi-year deal. I'm not a Mets fan. I love man Max. He's old school, tough. Max is a pit bull. I would imagine he's going to do everything he possibly can to get back here as soon as possible. We don't know what the deal is, but I mean, we'll see once we have a better idea. Yeah, Yodel, that was pretty painful. That sucked. Or when we got a second Aaron Judge trade here from Mazza too. Yeah, Mazel tov, Yodel. Get better, bro. Get better. I got stitches at the end here because I cut my finger up down to the nerve, and they gave me a needle right through the finger like this, Yodel, to numb me up. Several needles that way into brutal, brutal, Yodel. Sean, just a procedure. Yeah, I hear you, man. A lot of people would love to get Soto, including myself, man. Cashman has a tendency to find good relievers that are on bad teams and then bring them over here, and Matt Blake works his magic, just like, Clay Holmes. I mean, he had like a 6 ERA over Pittsburgh, and now he's a dominant beast of a reliever here. I mean, he's amazing here, Todd on New York too. Amazing. Herman, I think it's July. DM, I think. We'll see. I think. Yeah, arm cancer. That's right. It was terrible. He lost. Yeah, they did amputate his arm. That's right. Batting in 77. That's right. Dominic. What's up, brother? Holmes and the Pittsburgh Pirates. Yes, thank you, Pittsburgh Pirates. So why don't you? I mean, we'll gladly take Brian Reynolds off your hands too if you want. We'll do it. We'll do it for you guys. We will, because that's who we are. We're about the love. Yankees are in 1998 kind of role. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of similarities between this team and that team. There are. And that team is a special team. So, but I love the chemistry with this team, the way that they're playing with each other. It's a cohesive unit. I love what I'm seeing. They're winning, a lot of games that they would normally be losing. So that's a very encouraging sign to me. And in these short, like these 3-2 games, they're winning a lot of these one-run games. Where last year they would lose them a lot, or a team would, take a lead and they would never tie it up. Now, a team takes a lead, they tie it up, take a lead, they tie it. They keep fighting and fighting and fighting. That Rocky Balboa mentality is awesome with this Yankee team. So, yeah, exactly. Winning a lot of series while a third of the lineup is still pretty blah. Gallo, Hicks. We're not getting much production out of the catcher, even though Trevino's been hitting nicely over the last couple of days. So, closer by situation approach, Chris. They could. But that's generally not the Yankees' MO. But don't be surprised if they get somebody like Josh Hader, or don't be surprised. I think this Hill injury, if it turns out to be serious, I think it kind of mandates, in my opinion, that the Yankees have to get a pitcher of some degree. To some degree. I was overseas in the summer of 98, the batting say. The teleprompter kept saying the Yankees were 89, 29, 90, and 30. I thought those were 114 to 48 that year. Unbelievable. Unbelievable, man. I think they only lost 2 games in the entire playoffs that year. They were 125 and 50, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, Mazza's got a trade. A West Coast and Yankee trade. Angels get Judge, Gallo, Vargas, Sigler, Antonio Gomez, or Yoendris Gomez. Oakland gets Torres, Higashioka, Ken Wolochuk, and Wisniewski. Yankees get Trout, Raisel Iglesias, Frankie Montez, Tyler Soderstrom, AJ. Oh, God, yeah. Sign me up for that one too, Mazza. Sign me up for that one. That's a franchise-altering trade right there, baby. The other gift. You can call it the Reynolds Rapture. Oh, I like that. The Reynolds wrap trade, they can wrap up Reynolds for us. Oh, dude, that's pretty dope, Dominic Davis. I like that, man. Me gusta. It's cool. I like it. Well done, Dominic Davis. Todd and NYY too. Yeah, I agree, man. Donaldson fits perfectly. He brings attitude. He brings swag to this team, and the other guys have, yeah, I mean, Stanton's got a lot of heat. Cole got a lot of heat, but these guys are mainstays now. I mean, they're irreplaceable. Rizzo too. Like, these guys are bringing it, man. Cole's a 4-0 now. Like, he's locked in. Cole's locked in, man. The Dave Javecki video, yeah, Carlos. It's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. It's insane, but it's awful to see. Felt so bad for the guy. Angel Serrano's in the house. Juan Soto likely be traded by trade deadline. Do you think? Who would I give up from the Yankees? Volpe, Dominguez, one of those shortstops. I would easily give up my top 3 prospects and then some more for Juan Soto. He's the only guy I would do that for. Brian Reynolds, I would give up Dominguez and some other guys without Volpe, but Juan Soto, you have to. There's no way you're going to get him without these guys. I mean, and this is one reason why I'm a proponent, because like Aaron Judge's free agent value is going up, right? There's no doubt about it. But so is his trade value. You can get even more for him now in a trade. You can if you trade him, you get a lot back, and you could package some of those guys with what we have already, and hopefully boost the trade for Juan Soto, right? There's a lot of different ways you can think about it. So, and I know people don't want Judge traded, but if you can have the opportunity to get Juan Soto, he's one of the very few players that's a long-term upgrade over Aaron Judge. I'll say it again, long-term upgrade. He's 23 years old. Okay. Would I have given Judge Trout money when he was 26, 27? Yes. Do I want to give it to him at 31? Nope. Sorry, but I don't. Marcel, thank you so much for the donut, man. I appreciate that, bro. At one point, does Cashman wave the white flag on Aaron Hicks and Joey Gallo's starting center field and left field? Andujar, Marwin, and Florial could produce better. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I mean, they could. Marcel, my guess, and this is only a guess, is that they're looking to obviously resurrect some trade value for both of them. They will. Gallo's like so he's been in like around 300 in the last 15 games or so. Even with the stinker the other day of the 4 strikeout game, so he's getting better, but he's still not there. Hicks can't really hit, but his on-base percentage is 400. He walks like crazy, so there's value for him. He's not that great in the outfield anymore, but even if the Yankees ate $3 or $4 million a year of his contract, they could find, and that's what I would do. Just try to get a prospect back from him. Don't expect anything big. Get a prospect and some payroll relief for both of these guys if you move them, and that's it, right? They both make around $10 million a year, and if you get them off the books, it's like a change of scenery situation. Again, I like Gallo. And I hope he turns it around, but it could be a change of scenery thing. It really could be for both of them. And if Hicks starts to be productive again, then his trade becomes that much more palatable, that much more realistic at $10 million a year. So I could see it happen. And you're right, Andujar, Marwin, and Esteban Flores would probably get equal or better production out of them. So, and again, I would be going hard after Brian Reynolds at this trade deadline. His value's down a little bit right now, so now I would strike if I could. If I were Brian Cashman, I'd try to strike while it's hot. He's the guy I would go after for the outfield. He is the guy. And then we have the automatic leadoff hitter and center fielder for the team. Done for the next 4 years. Yankees are signing Judge, 99%. I mean, you're probably right. He may cost $35 million for 8 years. You know what's crazy? $35 for 8 years is $280. That's $80 million less than what he asked for, which is insane. Completely insane, but you're probably right. You probably will, but if you have an opportunity to get Soto, I'm not re-signing Judge. Soto's the only player right now. Yeah, exactly, DJ. 23, man. What do you think about Tatis and the Padres? There's some rift that they're winning without him. Do you think? I wouldn't. I mean, I like him. He's a stud player, but I wouldn't. I would trade for Machado before Tatis. Machado has a better track record of staying healthy. That's the key. On a big contract, I get the healthier guy. I think they want to build around Tatis is their franchise. But again, you could do, Machado would be the guy I would go after. I mean, it really would be. It really would be. Mariners beat the Blue Jays. Yes. Yes. Mariners love it. Would it kill the Yankees to try and get IKF out of his funk and try him at leadoff? I don't disagree, Dominic. I proposed IKF at leadoff quite a few times. He's the best base runner on the team. Get him up there. And I would bat DJ right behind him at second. So I would do that over Hicks. That's for darn sure. Should we bring up Enciarte too, people? Yeah, I mean, Enciarte's another guy just toweling around in AAA. They brought him in too, and he's playoff tested. Why not? Why not? You know? And Castro too, when he gets off his injury, like this, they're guys. They're guys. And we got another trade here. Cardinals, Miami, Yankees. Maz is bringing the trades tonight, man. The Miami Marlins get Torres, Gallo, Chapman, Wisniewski, and for Alexander Vargas. The Cardinals get Judge. Oh, the Cardinals get Judge. Andres Gomez, Trey Sweeney. Well, that's a big return for the Cardinals. The Yankees get Trevor Rogers, Jazz Chisholm, Sanchez, J.J. Bleday, Hicks, Bader, Herrera. Oh, baby. I like that return, too. You make it really hard for me, Mazza, to pick one because all your trades are bold and ballsy, and all of them would make the Yankees better. Kudos to you, bro. Kudos to you, man. That's a ballsy trade. We need GMs to be that ballsy, too, sometimes. Like in the NBA, when it's like a 30-player trade, we need that in baseball, too, on occasion, man. Today we want pitching and speed. That's right, man. Movimiento de Effie. Yeah, that's right. So, I mean, Soto's the guy. Soto's the guy. I mean, there's rumblings now that, they won't want to move him. And, I wouldn't want him to go to the Blue Jays or something like that. That would suck. Really suck. So, yeah, Torres actually showed some hustle today, which is fantastic. It's refreshing. Tatis is great when he's elite when he's healthy, Ben. No doubt about it. Padres cannot trade him despite being made. Yeah. I don't think they will. I think they would move Machado first. Why would Washington give up Soto? Because he already turned down $350 million. Number one, Carlos. And I don't think they're going to want to. I don't think, and it sounds as if he doesn't want to stay there. So you might as well see what you can get for him. And he's the guy you can rebuild almost half your team on the fly just by moving him. And again, it would be as unpopular as the Yankees trading Judge, but the return you would get would be completely insane. It's like the return, they got for Max Scherzer, and like they got some building pieces, some building blocks, right? They're going to get tons of building blocks for Soto. That's my guess, but yeah, money too, exactly. Subway, it's possible. I mean, Yankees, Mets, Yankees, Dodgers would be kind of cool. For those that weren't on in the beginning, looks like, and I'm going to double check it here. Looks like Max Scherzer's hurt tonight. He pulled himself out of a game, and let me see if there's any updates. He came right off the mound and has to be taken out. Max Scherzer, and Max Scherzer generally does not do that. So, and nothing right now. Let's double check here. And the same thing happened for Luis Gil today. For those that weren't on, Luis Gil also got asked to be taken off the mound. He hurt his elbow today, so that's not good either. Let's see. Prayer circle. There's anxiety and worry at Citi Field right now. You can imagine missing him, being gone, him and DeGrom. Taking himself has been injured. He couldn't pitch around or through. Not going to guess it. With this to speculate. Yeah, it doesn't say yet exactly what it is. Point his glove to his left side before he walked off the mound. Maybe it's an oblique thing. We don't know yet. But he pulled him. He has to be taken out of the game. So he's obviously going to miss some time. And once we get some more clarity, we'll definitely do that. You'll definitely get more clarity. I got to solidify a good time for the three of us, Mazza. Time that works for all three of us. So we'll put it together, our Aaron Judge trade extravaganza video. We will do that. Judge wants, he asked for 360, chops 362. I mean, Blue Jays are 8 behind the Red Sox, 13. Is it safe to say that these two teams are not winning this division? I'm not sleeping on them yet, Tim King Jordans. I just don't like to do that. Like the Red Sox were terrible last year, almost the first half, and they went on a run. So I don't want it to blow up in our faces. You know what I mean? So I just want the Yankees to keep piling on and keep piling on the wins. Keep opening, opening that gap as much as they can. That way, at least guarantee that they're not in the damn wild card spot. That's the thing with me too. So Rangers almost up almost the entire game. 10 times it lost. Rangers lost in overtime. Oh, come on, man. Darn it. I was hoping they would win the opener of the series. Listen to my recap on Max and Hill. Yeah, I'm sorry about against 77. It's tough. It's tough. I mean, believe me, there's a lot of anxiety and nerves right now. And at least this is, thank the heavens it's not Cole or Nestor Cortez or somebody like that. Luis Gil, I can get it, but this is, like I said, this is one reason why I say adding pitching. You can never have enough pitching. The Yankees cannot. They always have pitching issues every year, and Hill just proved it tonight. So people complain about us facing easy teams. Meanwhile, the Mets and the Tigers, exactly. And you know what, big boy? The Yankees also have the best record in baseball right now versus teams with a better than 500 record. So I don't hear people complaining about that, right? Just make up stuff from some other hater, and then it just circulates through the baloney machine. And I could care less. They're beating the good teams right now, and they're beating the bad teams. They weren't doing really much of either last year, so they're better. But yeah, people complaining, but they just find reasons to complain about stuff all the time. All right, we got trade number 4 here between the Dodgers, the Brewers, and the Yankees. Oh, this is a meaty one. I can tell already. Yeah, I hope the Red Sox keep collapsing, man. I do. A Juan Soto trade name seems instant. Yeah, you're going to have to give up a ton. I mean, it's just, it happens, Didn't think he'd win the whole bowl of rice he's thing. I mean, you're probably right, Chop, but imagine trading Judge and somehow getting Soto. They're not going to get worse. Not going to get worse. So, and the Yankees would be set up for years to come. That's the other thing, too. There's no guarantee after the season with Judge, and that's my biggest fear, him walking in the Yankees getting nothing. So, frustrating about the Rangers tonight. It stinks. We got to beat the Rays, Robert Johnson. We have to beat the Astros, too. I mean, we have to beat both of them. We have to show that we could beat those two tough teams, because those, to me, seem to be the real tough opponents. The Yankees, they're good, and they look good, so they're still playing hockey in Arizona now. 99. Oy, bad again. That's brutal weather, man. That is hot. Hot and dry, baby. Hot and dry. Mets got easy wins from the Nationals, and Dodgers get easy wins from Yeah, I totally get it, big boy. I mean, people love to hate on the Yankees, no matter what. They love to hate on Cashman. Cashman. Where's all the Cashman bashers now? Where are they? All right? Got so many of them. It's crazy, and then refuse to give the guy credit when he does something right. All right, so the Brewers get Aroldis Chapman, Gallo, Waldichuk, Gomez. The Dodgers get, Green, Tyon, Judge. Oh, Judge to the Dodgers, yeah. Herman, Vargas, Wisniewski, Wells. That's a lot going to the Dodgers. Yankees get Hader, Yelich, Turing, Caro, Bristol, Gratterall, Lux, Bellinger. Oh, God. And Urias, too? Yeah, that's my favorite trade right now, Mazza. All that for the Yankees? I would sign up for that. If that would be realistic, and like if they would actually agree to that, I would sign up for that yesterday, Mazza. That's a beast of a return for the Yankees. Rangers is still I worry about. They're going to do more with less. Kevin Cashman. Yeah. The Rays, no doubt about it. The Rays do a lot with the little. The Rays are just a sneaky good team. They really, really are. They make me nervous all the time. And they play well against the Yankees. So Velasquez is playing well with the Yankees. Yeah, I mean, a lot of these guys are. Tyler Wade was playing pretty decent. The A's, Angels. Angels have a pretty solid squad right now. They really, really do. And I see them adding to it at the deadline. Who? I don't know, but I see them adding to it at the deadline to try to make a run in the American League West, because it's essentially wide open after the Astros. I mean, there's a playoff spot to be had. And, the Angels could really, really make a run for it. LI Yankee King, I don't know. He's probably trolling around on some of the channels that actually love his BS, Lorenzo. He comes after me on the regular. And he also comes after me on Twitter, and which is, comes up with these ridiculous things, and then asks for some of the other channels that he follows to help him to gang up on me, and never works. So it's baloney. He's got nothing. Fourth place team, and he cashes awards in baseball and blah blah blah. It's the same stuff all the time. Same stuff all the time. How is the Nationals justify giving up? Yeah, I mean, I think it's the same way as the Yankees can justify giving up Judge. Both of them turned down extension offers, big ones. So that's, to me, is the big step. They turned down money, and the Brewers would get a lot of different pieces, but yeah, I mean, they would never do Gallo for Hader straight up. That's for damn sure, job. Diamondbacks are punching me. Yeah, I mean, is Gallen healthy again? Zach Gallen, or is he still down? Love me some Keita Marte too. Bad again. I would love to get Juan Soto, man. It's gonna cost a ransom, but he'd be the one guy that's worth it to get. Kind of like the modern day Mickey Mantle. Do I think Judge would take 300 for 10? He'll probably get that from somebody, but if I were the Yankees, I wouldn't give him 10 under any circumstances. Worry about years. I worry about more years than 8, 9, and 10. Like, I don't worry about 23 and 24 and 25. I worry about 26 through 30, even on an 8-year deal. That's the last 5 years of his deal are going to be pretty ugly. That's my fear. So, that's the way I feel, Todd, on Y too. I mean, I think he will get $300 million from somebody, whether it be for 9 or 10 years. I don't think the Yankees go that high, which is why, again, I think they need to trade him. I don't think they're going to add $90 million to their offer. I just don't see it. I think it's crazy. I think crazier things have happened. I don't know if you saw my A-Rod video I put out this morning about 2 historic A-Rod trades that could have changed everything that didn't happen. And that's one of the things that happened with Hank Steinbrenner overruling Cashman and giving A-Rod this $275 million deal when he had a trade lined up with the Angels. Cashman, a big blockbuster trade. If you haven't seen it, go take a look at it. It's like a 5-minute video, but it's very revealing. And there's another trade that was even more substantial. So one of the trade led A-Rod to the Yankees, and the other trade kept A-Rod with the Yankees. So it's kind of fascinating. So he obviously was a firebrand for controversy all the time. Benintendi in pinstripes right now. He can play. Yeah, I mean, I think he's one of my top free agent targets, Dominic, because Gallo's done after the season. I don't know if he'll be back. We don't know what's going to happen with Hicks. And, like, Benintendi's a free agent, and he's young, and he's a solid contact hitter. So, exactly, Luis Gil. Dion, I put it up earlier in the live stream if you haven't seen it. He threw a pitch. He grabbed his arm. He grabbed his elbow and told the trainer to come out. I'm done. I got to take it out right now. So, no bueno. But once I get the specific details as to the severity of the injury, I'll put out a video immediately. That, you have my word on that. So, I like Judge till age 35. Yeah, about that too, Chop. Same thing. You should try signing. Well, Judge already said he's not going to talk contract until after the season now. So, but we'll see. Crazy, things happen. Tyler, 8's my 7's my max. 8 is a vesting year. It's an option, a team option based on at bats and games played. He's got to show that he's healthy enough, not just having some easier, extra money for that. I don't feel good about that. Lorenzo, you like the new thumbnails? I appreciate that, man. I'm customizing my thumbnails. Thanks. I got help from Backstage Baseball, so I thank him for that. I learned how to customize my own thumbnails every day, and I got some really cool stuff coming too. So, yeah, man. I put it on this channel, and I also have a running channel that I'm putting new thumbs on too. So, and kind of cool. So I thank him again. But I appreciate that, Lorenzo. 7 years with 3-player option. I wouldn't do it, Robert, because the player's going to exercise the option every year, even if he stinks. It's got to be team option years, not player option years. That's just my opinion, though, Robert. So, What do I think it'll take Soto? You better be prepared to move up Volpe and Dominguez and Oswald Peraza and more immediately. Yep. The trade deadline's been moved back. It's like the first week in August instead of July 31st now. It's been pushed back a few days because of the late start to the season. But it's still a whiles away. Todd, man, appreciate that. Judge will get paid. Just comes down to whether he's Cano type who accepts the money or Gardner type who accepts less in order to stay. I don't think he's going to accept less only because what he asked for was 100 and I think offered him 213. Let's see, to $147 million more than what they offered him. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. So we'll see if the Yankees are for real Memorial Day weekend. Sean Magna, 100%, man. That's when some of the big boys start. When they start playing the big boys. Maz, have a great night, man. I didn't see what Maz. If you heading out, brother, have a great night. And I hope I'll see you on Saturday. And I'll keep you posted with you, me, and Tyler. I think Gallo's got to learn how to swing a little bit more level. Too much uppercut in his swing, Dion. I'm with you there. Yeah, I mean, Tommy John's probably the likely scenario, Tyler, for Luis Gil. I'm hoping not. But again, once I have clarity, you'll know immediately. Yeah, Cole threw 7 innings of 2-run ball. Just gave up 2 hits, but like really 2 bad hits, but pitched good. I'll take 7 innings of 2-run ball every time out. He's 4-0 with a sub-3 ERA too, so maybe front load the deal. Well, the thing about front loading the deal betting, and just so you know, is no matter if you front load or back load it, the average money of the deal is what averages out towards the payroll every year. So whether you front load it or back load it, the average is still going to be the same for the life of the deal, counted towards payroll. Judge situation is Pujols. Yes, it does, Chop, 100%. Judge wants the MVP. He's definitely, he's going for it. He's betting on himself. And, I can't fault him for that. I can't. Should do a video comparing the 98 team to this team, like who had the better lineup. Tim King and Jordan's. I'm actually doing a collab with somebody about this particular subject in a couple of days. So be on the lookout for it. I'll let you know exactly when it comes out. You'll know Tim King and Jordan's. You will know. Yeah, I mean Hicks and Gallo are just those are the dark spots in the lineup right now. I wonder if Dominguez, Peraza, Gleyber gets it. No, it's going to cost a lot more than that, Chop. A lot more than that. Gallo with 4 times in 2 days and once in 3 today. Tell me again how to shift. Bad again, yeah. I mean, it's really hard to debate that. Gallo could have been fixed. Texas would have cured him. Oh, that's a good point too, Chop. The Yanks making it. Yeah, I see the Yanks making a couple. They're going to need to, Christopher Smith, before the deadline. They're going to need to make a couple of trades. I actually have a video coming out. It's either later this week or the beginning of next week. 3 moves to put the Yankees in the World Series. So that's coming. Be on the lookout for that. And it's going to be 3 trades. We meant to the FEI. Have a great night. Buenas noches, man. Thank you for coming on as always. Appreciate you. Gallo, 40 strikeouts and 89 at-bats. Whoo-wee. It's brutally Brunson, isn't it? Brutal. Sean Murphy's batting below 200. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of folks that are just not batting. Carlos Correa is playing terrible. I mean, Marcus Semien, terrible. Like, these folks are – is what it is. It happens. My pleasure, Toby, anytime. Let's get them likes up, by the way, guys, if you don't mind. Hit that like button. I want to try and get it to 100 if I can before I wrap it up. I'm going to wrap it up in a few minutes. When did Wandy? I think it's been about a week, Robert Johnson, I'd say. Something like that. And that's why I don't want to overuse like Lasagna Green and some of these other guys, Clay Holmes, and I wouldn't hesitate to use Wandy. Gallo looks lost. I mean, Hicks looks lost. They just you're right. He does. They do. What do you think we can get in return for Judge? An absolute haul, Tom. A haul. a haul. So a ton back for Judge. And you can either use them and flip some of it for Brian Reynolds. You can flip some of it for maybe even a bigger package and try to get a Juan Soto if you can. But like one way or another, at this point, you're either going to have to give Judge an 80 or 100 million more than you want to, which to me is not a good idea at 31 years old, or you trade him or you let him walk for nothing. Those are the three options. So Judge to the Padres for Grisham, Joe Musgrove, and McKenzie. I would do that like that, Jack. See, in a heartbeat. I would do that all day. You might have to add a prospect to Judge to get something like that to happen, but yeah, you get an outfielder, starting pitcher, and a young pitcher. Yeah, hell yeah. Tim King, yeah, it's a good point. It's a good question. I think it's probably a matchup thing with regards to analytics and Aaron Boone. That's my guess. Nats get Volpe, Dominguez, Sweeney, Max Luis, Medina, Jake Heater, Joe Mack. Oh my God. That's a monster return, Talbot. What's the rest of it? 10 acres on a package, including Chapman, Hicks, and Gallo plus pieces. I don't know, Bronson. You might have to trade him separately, but I could see like a Gallo and a Chapman being packaged together to a team like the Padres, something like that. Who, the Yankees just beat out the Padres for Gallo at the deadline, and they need another reliever, so I could see something like that happening. I could. I want to see Lamar win too, Dion. I don't believe Hal will cave not paying. Yeah, I don't think Hal's going to cave to the point of giving him an extra $80 to $100 million. I don't see that. I just don't see it. Blockbuster trades, I don't see those even, so not with those players. What are my thoughts on the Orioles? It's definitely not hitter-friendly, Wink the Man. It's not hitter-friendly, that's for sure. They've already cut down. Like, they used to average like 3.5 home runs a game. Now they're averaging like 1.2 home runs a game. So it's definitely, having its effect. That's for sure. Like when you said, trade Judge in a heartbeat. That's true. Toby, yeah, I trade him for the right return in a heartbeat. So that's the thing. Not many teams will cave for a 31. Yeah, that's a good point too, Chris. Well, they'll cave for a 31-year-old superstar. But you're right. I could see other teams, West Coast teams, giving Judge what he wants. Like the Dodgers just came into an extra $35 million, not having to pay Trevor Bauer this year or next. They just came into free money. I know they're going to try to re-sign Trey Turner, but imagine re-signing Trey and adding Judge to that lineup with Mookie and the rest of them, and Trey, Turner, like, oh man, and add him to that. Holy God! Oh, you add him to the Padres lineup with Machado and Tatis when he gets healthy. Oh my God, crazy. Dion, do I really believe the Yankees will? I don't know. I would strike while the iron's hot and get as much return as possible, because you will get a ridiculous return. And this is when you have if somebody's playing for another team, you will find a team or a handful of teams that they want to massively overpay for the guy. And if they're not going to re-sign him after turning down the money, then they have no choice but to move him. That's why I'm in support of moving him now that he's turned down 30+ million per season, starting at 31. I do not look back personally. I move him. I'm not goosing the offer. Even if he hits 50 home runs this year, I'm not goosing it. Nope. Marlins get Gallo, Torres, Andujar, Green, Victor Robles, Edric, Freddie, Matt Cronin. I don't. Damn, Tyler. What do the Yankees get? Judge doesn't really have a spot in the Dodgers with Mookie and Wright. The Padres. Who did the Dodgers have in left, and who did the Dodgers have in center there? They've got they moved Pollock for Kimbrel. Remember, they have a DH now too, so he can rotate. He can play the outfield. He could do a couple things. They will make room for an Aaron Judge, believe me. And so with the Padres, any of these teams would make room for a superstar. So, and if Padres move Grisham, then they just cleared an outfield spot for him. Depending on what the Dodgers would trade for him, I would want Gavin Lux and one of those pitchers, in my opinion. But we'll see. We'll see. MLB contracts are getting insane. Oh God, yeah, they are. Ben, 100%. What if Judge ages like Nelson Cruz? He could. He could. He's older, but Judge didn't play a full season until 5 years ago. His body's still fresh. It's not like he has 12 seasons on. Yeah, well, that's true too, Raymond, but that's a big what if. I don't want to bank on the if. You know, I think the if is too dangerous. And again, Nelson Cruz banks on 1 or 2 year deals. He plays DH, doesn't play the field. Um, so it's a different scenario, but again, I mean, it's a good comparison too. So that's the thing, Toby. You trade him, Judge, or you lose him for nothing. Like, what's at this point? Why not go for the gusto? And a Soto attack is a this is the year to do it if you're going to do it. But they have these guys, and like that's the type of guy you go for. Howard never trade Judge. Cash knows this is my prediction. Judge will sign by All-Star break, then he will be named captain. You could be right, but I don't see the point with the captain. I don't know what the obsession is with the captain thing, to be honest with you. I could care less if he's captain, personally. So Judge by All-Star, I don't know, man, because Judge already said that he's not going to talk extension until the season's over. So, and they said they're going to respect it. Now that could change, obviously, if they give him money, but I just don't see the obsession with the captain thing. I feel like Soto will want to test for you and see what Scott Boras. I mean, you're probably right, Christopher Woods. But if a team's going to trade for him, I'm very confident they're going to give him a massive extension on top of his last 2.5 years or whatever. So, and that's I get it. And yeah, captain's more about playing too, so it should be earned, not given. Exactly, Ben. Chop, always a pleasure, brother. Always a pleasure. Soto's going to get at least 400 mil. Yeah, I'm going to wrap it up shortly too. So if you're on your way out or just coming in, hit that like button if you don't mind. I greatly appreciate it. He'll let this on. Yeah, I was talking about that earlier. Woods, Luis Gil and Max Scherzer. Hill left with an elbow injury. Scherzer, we don't know what the injury is, but they both asked to be taken off the mound tonight. And so it's not a good look for either one, which sucks. It really sucks. But Trevino, nice play. Got another nice hit tonight too. And he's a legitimate elite defensive catcher. He's a brilliant game caller. So, and for those who don't know, Ben Rortvedt, the other catcher, he had knee surgery today, a minor cleanup of his meniscus. He'll be back in 6 to 8 weeks playing. So I did a video on that one too. That's in the description. So if you want any more details, go take a look at them. Here we go. Yankees get Juan Soto, Sandy Alcantara, Lopez, Chisholm, Bass, Steve. Yeah, give me that, Tyler. Yeah. Give me that, baby. Well done, Talbot. It's a lot of crappy injury news tonight. Yeah, Dion. Soto is a solid defender, just like Judge. They're both top notch. And have a great night, John Blum. Thank you for coming on. Soto's also 23. He's 7 years younger than Judge. That to me is a big, big, big difference. And he is massive clutch hitter. So he's massive clutch. That's just saying Max Scherzer left tonight's game due to left side discomfort. Yeah, he's gonna test on tomorrow. So it's better than an elbow, better than Luis Gil. So I guess it could be an oblique thing. He'll be out for a couple weeks. That'd be my guess. See Schick with the Yankees would be nice. I think Judge will ever win. I mean, I think a lot of people don't think he'd ever leave New York, Cup of Joe, but I think it's the more his value goes up, the less likely he signs here. In my opinion, but we'll see. Rose, Soto's not that bad of a defender, Rose, for you too. If that's an argument to keep Judge, that's not a good one. He's not an awful defender. He's not bad. And his intangibles are through the roof. El Comandante Moria. Have a great night too. Ben is too muscular. That's why injuries. I mean, it could be, Dominic. His oblique injury is over, but he must have been compensating or something. It's just a minor procedure anyway. There's no big tear in the knee, which is a good thing. So it could be a maintenance thing too, so he doesn't develop some kind of degenerative condition in his knee. The difference in giving a long-term contract, like you said before, people act like Judge will be good until his 40s. They can't take that chance. Yeah, I agree, Dion. It's too risky, man. It's too risky. The Yankees have been burnt every time they give somebody a contract like that. Every single time. He had this big hit against Hader that started there in 2019 championship. Yeah, Tim King Jordans. Yeah. Yeah, Ben. I mean, Ben is a Hulk. Christopher Woods. He is a Hulk. That's for sure. Judge wants an Ellsbury contract where he can get paid for not playing for last year. I wish. Only problem is his contract's going to be probably twice as much as Ellsbury, and you know his contract's going to be ugly one way or another at the end. So yeah, give me one more before I wrap it up, Tal. But I want to see if I can get to 100 likes. We're at 78, so we'll see. Give me your last three-teamer here, and then we'll bounce. But that's the news for tonight. Obviously, if you're here, the Yankees won 3-2. The Cole threw 7 innings of 2-run ball, pitched well. Clay Holmes came in with 2 innings of immaculate pitching to close it out. So it was a good game. And again, this is the 9th consecutive series won by the Yankees, and it's an afternoon game tomorrow, not an evening game. So, hopefully the Yankees will go for the sweep tomorrow, and then we'll see what happens after that. Then I think the White Sox come to town, come to Yankee Stadium after that. So, and then soon the Yankees will have some more serious tests with teams. So, Padres, Yankees, Nats. All right. Yankees are trying to win it all. You do not trade your best player when you're competing for a championship. Did the Astros trade Cole in his walk year? They acquired Garrett Cole to try to win the World Series. Okay. They did not. Their trade career last year, no. I get what you're saying there, Rose, but depending on what they get back in return. See, Cole wasn't offered an extension and turned it down. Neither was Correa until in the offseason. So the argument's different. Judge turned down a big extension. So there is no way in the world I'm adding $100 million to his contract. No way in the world. Even if he hits 50 home runs this year. At 31, not going to happen. So he has to be moving. It doesn't matter. Just even if they trade, it doesn't mean the team's going to collapse. They have plenty of offense. And depending on who they get back, could you imagine they trade him and somehow wind up with Juan Soto or Brian Reynolds? You think the team's going to collapse? Mm-mm. Toby had a great night too, man. Ridings does have an injury. He's been working his way back. I'll do some updates on Ridings, but I do think he's in his rehab now at the end, trying to work his way back. So hopefully he'll be back sooner than later. Ben can easily be by. He could be like a tight end for NFL too, man. Ridings has a shoulder, and that's what I think that's what it is, Christopher. Do I see Matt Blake as a future manager? I don't know. Definitely has a great mind, that's for sure. I mean, I don't know. It's a good question. Talbot, the Nats get Dominguez, Volpe, Kenzie Gore, Elliott, Medina, Wisniewski, Trey Sweeney. Okay, let's go. Must be an interesting return. Anytime, Dion. A lot of Yankees haters are convinced the Yankees are going to tank the second half. Of course they are, Ben. Of course. Yankee haters posing as fans or content creators. Haters posing as content creators who think they know it all, can't take criticism from other people, hate when people disagree, hate when people don't listen to what they say. It happens all the time, Ben. Cashman bashers. It's nonstop. It's nonstop, Ben. It's sad, too. Padres get Judge, Gallo, Green, Chapman, Torres, and Strasburg. Ooh, Strasburg. Tyler, okay, it's getting intriguing here. Pitching coaches usually don't become mad. That's true, too, Woods. Keeping Judge, you have a better chance of winning World Series. That nothing? Better chance than what if you got Soto, Brian Reynolds? I don't know about that. He turned down the money. So if you win a World Series and then you let him walk for nothing, I'm thinking more long term too, not just this year. So that's my opinion, bros. For you, I know what you're saying, but your opinion's yours, mine's mine. So the team will not collapse if they trade him, especially with the return that he can get. With Hill injury, even more need for Yankees to add to their. I've been saying it for the entire year, Dion. Yep. Yes, sir. As a long-time Yankees fan, winning the World Series is very important. Judge not being traded unless the Yankees finish 10 games under 500. I don't know about that. I don't know about that, Rose. I disagree. I know what you're saying, but well, what if they make the World Series and lose the World Series, and then you're just going to let them walk for nothing, Rose? Would it have been worth it? To let somebody else overpay him for and get a bunch, the Yankees get nothing for the next 7 or 8 years. I'm maximizing the value now, so that's the way I see it. But again, I like when people hate the Yankees too. Exactly. Exactly, but again, boo the hell out of them. Exactly. Bring it, man. It's always a pleasure, Ben Myers. Always a pleasure, brother. Yeah, I hope it's not Tommy John for hell. I really do. Yeah, Carlos Delgado, I really appreciate those kind words, man. I do. Yeah, that comes with the territory too. There's a lot of passionate and opinionated Yankee fans, and that's all good. I would agree with that too. But I try to be logical and and entertain all the sides and whatnot. As long as people are, um, as people are respectful, then it's going to happen. Soto was never getting 300. If you think Judge is going to get 300 million, but not Soto, bro, is that what you're saying? Those days are long over from how? Because Judge is not going to sign here now for less than 300 million based on the way he's playing. You know this, right? Dominic, all good, bro. Have a great night too, man. Let's get Monty a nice, exactly. Let's get him. Let's get him some run support tomorrow, please. Let's please get him some run support. He's not an awful defender, so yeah, I'm not making anything up. So but whatever, you're entitled to feel what you feel. So you don't think Soto's going to get 300, but you think Judge is, Rose. I'm still trying to digest that one. What planet did you get that logic from? They're going to give 31-year-old Judge 300 million, but they won't give 23-year-old Soto 300 million. Give me a minute to digest that one. Oof. Would I be in favor of the Yankees trading for? Not at this point, Daily Dose. I'd rather get a pitcher instead of Wilson Contreras. Trevino and Higashioka tandem really, to me, negates the need for Wilson Contreras. They're doing well enough without Wilson Contreras. I don't want to disrupt the momentum that these guys have. But that's my take. If they're going to get a Wilson Contreras, I hope that they also go for Kyle Hendricks and get another starter here. But I don't know. I don't know what the Cubs are trying to do. So that's the thing, man. Have a great night too, Dion. Always appreciate you. Tyler, the Yankees get Snell, Grisham, Soto, Chesney, Luis Camposano, Robert Cat. Yeah, man. Hell yeah. You get a Grisham and Snell and a Soto in the same damn trade and the Camposano? Yeah, Tyler Talbot. Beast mode trades today, baby. Beast mode, baby. Yankees said, "Oh, damn right, Carlos. They do have to prove they can score." He needs run support, man. He really does. He gets it's called the JDT, right? The Jacob deGrom treatment. The pitcher that gets no run support at all. Like, guy wins the Cy Young Award. He has like 9 wins. It's like crazy. But that's Jacob deGrom. They don't give the guy some freaking run support. So, Soto's not. Well, that's a good point too, Tyler. He's going to get a hell of a lot more than 300 million. That's for darn sure. Let's go off the stats show. Soto was a negative WAR defender every year in his career. Bad defender. How about a whole new outfield? And again, Rose, you think they're going to give a 31-year-old Judge 300 million, but not a 23-year-old Soto? Please defend that position and the WAR is not the justification for it. The WAR defender. Now Chris Dude's a dude. He scored 3 runs in the slam tonight. Stanton without, yeah. Let's take our shot or else hanging. Damn right, man. Let's try and go for the sweep, Dominic, man. Let's try to put it to the jugular, man. The Crown went 10-9. Yeah, it is possible to have a low win total and win a Cy Young. It is possible. My thoughts on Nestor Cortez, I'm not really making too much about it. It's where he grew up. It's the talk that they had. I think people are blowing this thing way out of proportion. So just finding reasons to complain about stuff, finding reasons to come up with scandals for nothing. I don't get it. I don't get it. They went to the World Series with Cole and Correa. They rolled the dice to win it all. Yeah, good for them. And they lost to who? Soto's team, who had Scherzer, who had Strasburg, they had Corbin. They had a historic rotation. Cole was really good. He did his thing. Correa did his thing. So Rose for it. Again, it doesn't make your argument any stronger. It doesn't. So that was a really good World Series. A really good World Series. And if I remember correctly, it was 7 games, went right down to the wire. So and now we've got Cole. Twins are with Correa. So again, it happens. It happens. No, there's no guarantee. I mean, and why hasn't Judge led the team to the World Series up to this point, Rose? We keep talking about Judge and World Series and blah. He hasn't led them to the World Series. Should we hold that against him too? Because apparently the team can't make it the World Series without him, right? Well, they haven't made it with him. So where's the counter argument there? This is about me. I do the flip side of everything. So, and I'll call out anything and anyone. So that's the thing. We have to consider both sides, right? And can you imagine putting Soto in this lineup? Oh, man. Whew. Whew. Benintendi would have to agree to an extension if we trade. Yeah, I mean, I would. He's a free agent at the end of the year, Christopher. So I would potentially wait for that. But yeah, we do have to move Hicks and give Florial. Yeah, I mean, I think they can move Hicks. They'd have to eat some of his contract. It's not an onerous contract, so Soto's 8 home runs and only 11 RBIs. Yeah, he needs some guys to get on base, right? He needs to be surrounded by a better lineup. Mr. Cortez said nothing wrong. I was raised in South Florida. Exactly. I mean, it's again, people are coming up with reasons just to be outraged at stuff. It's just, it happens all the time. They make up stuff this is why, that's why I don't watch Fox News, because that's what it is. Pure propaganda all day. It's just pointless. It's pointless. Luis, the amount of players it would take to get Soto may be too much. It's going to be a boatload. That's for darn sure. You got that right. Look at what it took for the Braves to get Olsen. Yeah, they gave up their first 3 prospects. Soto's far. Yes, he is. Soto's a beast. You mean Judge was obligated to take with the Yankees? Nobody said that. Nobody said that. Just like the Yankees aren't obligated to up his offer. The Yankees gave him a fair offer. He hated that his ask was leaked. That's been clear already too. He hated that that people know now what he asked for, which was almost twice what they offered him. And again, the Yankees are not obligated to up his contract either. He was not obligated. This is his year to cash in. It's his right to cash in. It's also the Yankees' right to trade him if they need to, if they want to get better. And I've said this before. I like Judge, but I like the Yankees better. Okay, I'm more worried about the 5th to the 10th year of a potential contract with him when it's going to be ugly. Astros lost the series with Cole and Correa, and they took the chance. Yeah, but they didn't lose the series because of Cole and Correa. They both were clutch. So you're trying to twist this, and it's not working, Rose. They didn't cause them to lose World Series. The Nationals pitching was ridiculous. Their clutch hitting was ridiculous, okay? They had a historic World Series. You keep putting it on Cole and Correa. Doesn't matter. They did their part. Okay, who's the biggest clutch Yankee hitter? Not Judge. It's Stanton by a mile. A mile. There is no logic in saying trade Judge. There's no logic to you. To you. And again, your logic and your opinion is not the only one that matters. This is why I don't debate other content creators, certain content creators, because they are the opinion that their opinions are the only ones that matter. It's not true. Okay? He's going to get paid one way or another, Judge. Judge will get 300 easily. Yeah, if he has a great year. And you think Soto's not? Are you serious, Rose? Soto's going to get a boatload more than Judge is going to get. A boatload. Soto's unbelievable. I mean, Soto's unbelievable. He really is, folks. I mean, you know. Let's see here. Okay. Let's have a look here. Okay. Yeah. Soto's the guy that everybody wants. Christopher, probably if Judge gets 300, Soto's probably going to close to 500. That's true. Soto at DH. Come on. Rose, I mean, who's feeding you this stuff? What channel is feeding you this stuff? Like, where are you getting your where are you getting your information from? I mean, if you don't want Soto, that's fine. Totally fine. I get it, but banishing Soto's not going to work because he's one of these top 3 player in baseball. If not traded, Judge is a giant. 9,305. I could see that. I could see that, Mark Watson. I see him going to a West Coast team one way or another. No one is giving Soto $400 million. Are you kidding me, Rose? Trout got 400 plus at 27. You think Soto's not going to get it in today's baseball? What are you talking about? He's going to blow through Trout's money, Rose. I don't know where you're getting this information from. Who's feeding you this stuff? Babe Ruth, you got a 1929 Ruth Road jersey. Nice. Nice batting in 77. Carlos, yeah. Yeah, he played left field when the Nationals had Bryce Harper, right? Yeah. The Mets, nobody's talking about the Mets. The Dodgers are cutting money. Oh, really? Their payroll is going down because guys are off contract. That's what happens. They're not cutting money. They just saved $35 million for Trevor Bauer being suspended. You think they're not going to spend it? If Judge becomes available, they will sign him. Like that, Rose. Okay, cutting money. The Dodgers don't cut money. It just happens. Payroll. The Yankees' payroll goes down by like $80 million this year. That doesn't mean they're cutting money. That's just the way that when contracts end. It is. Yanks will not. We don't know yet. We don't know yet, Rose. We don't know. Clay Holmes, King. Yeah, Clay Holmes and King are just out of worldly. Who's going to pay Soto $400 million? Name me one team. The Yankees will pay him. The Dodgers could pay him. The Padres could pay him. Other teams can pay him too. The obsession, you're obsessing over Soto. He's going to get $400 million. He keeps playing what he's playing. There is no way he's not going to. Trout got $400 million extension. And again, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. Contracts are not getting smaller in baseball. That's not going to happen ever. So, yeah, Soto's 23 right now. 23. Tom, yeah. Next time Yankees ask a team about trading for a reliever, the team is going to wonder what if they don't know. Even about the exactly, Robert. They find these duds and turn them into diamonds. So we got 90 likes, almost at 100. Almost at 100. Cedric Mullins. I mean, that would be really cool, Ramses. I just don't think it'll happen. I don't know if the Orioles will trade somebody like that in division. I just don't see that. Yanks are not trading. So now you're putting words in my mouth, Rose. I said I think they should. I didn't say I think they will. Should and will are different. Okay. I think they should. And I've given multiple reasons why over the past 6 months. And my main reason has never changed. If he turns the extension down, which he did, then they should trade him because the two options that they have left are not good ones. I've said that for the past 6 months, and I have not deviated from that. Okay? Should and will are completely different. Soto's a potential trade target. Yeah, Soto's a potential trade target, Justin. Yep. Every team in baseball would give Soto. Exactly every team in baseball. They would line up. They're going to line up for Juan Soto if he becomes a free agent. Have I talked to Cashman? Now you're just getting silly. Who should I talk to? The YouTube GMs who think they know everything? Not happening. The guys have been bashing Cashman for months now, bashing the Yankees and bashing other people. Who should I talk to, Rose? The Astros cheating had to do something about it. The Astros cheating had to do something about what? Juan Soto? What? Where are you? You're kind of drifting off now. Are you still on planet Earth with us? Yes. Trout got 426, and he's a better player. And so he got 426 years ago. Okay. Trout, I mean, Soto is right. He's essentially the new Trout. Okay. Do you watch baseball? Do you listen? Do you just simply recite what other people say? Juan Soto is a top five in baseball. There is no doubt about it. Zero doubt about it. Zero. Josh, what's happening? Wiffle balls in the house. Ron, I got you right here, baby. I just finished it for you, Ron. Saving some for you just in case you came on. Yeah, Yankees jersey's got to be authentic, old school, tradition, baby. Exactly, Daily Dose. The players, the contracts do not go down. Stanton contract is not cheap now. It's cheap compared to what Judge is asking. It's a deal, Stanton. And keep in mind, the Marlins are paying a bunch of it too. The Yankees are getting him for $22 million a year. Okay, Stanton, for the life of his contract. It's a deal based on the production. You get similar production to Aaron Judge, and Judge wants almost twice as much. So Stanton's contract is not the problem. It's not the problem. John, well, there's no doubt about that. He will cost the farm. Yes, he will. You're absolutely right. Cole lost the World Series, the same in Korea. You keep saying he lost the World Series. He did not lose the World Series. The Astros did. He was phenomenal in the World Series and in the postseason. Blaming a player, because then I could blame Aaron Judge for not leading the Yankees into the World Series. Ever. You keep saying Cole lost. Well, nobody's going to believe that. You know, it's easy to Google the guy's stats, and he's got a sub-3 ERA in the postseason. He did not lose a World Series, okay? Losing a World Series game, was it 1-0, 2-0? So what? He's got a sub-3 ERA. He lost the World Series game. So Judge went, what did Judge go, 0 for 4 today? Should I hold him just as responsible? Using these, that has nothing to do with no logic to any Yankee fan. Is this LI Yankee King? Did you change your name to Rose for YouTube, babe? Huh? A Rose for you, babe? Did you change your name? No logic to any Yankee fan. What channel is feeding you this information? And tell me, and I'll debate. I'll talk to the people on that channel, Rose. Who is feeding you this information, please? Yeah, I mean, Soto's not a free agent until 2025, Jay. So he got a couple years left. So Trout, Acuna, DeGrom, and maybe Ohtani are better than Soto. It's right around there, Daily Dose, right around there. I said Soto's not getting $400 million. Well, that's what you said. People disagree. We'll see what happens. Soto is not Mike Trout. Neither is Aaron Judge. Not even close. Trout is a mile ahead of Aaron Judge. A mile. And that's not a knock on Aaron Judge. He just is. Trout is way better than Soto in every stat. Yeah. Trout's been here for like 9 years now. Soto's been here for 3. That's basic math. Okay. Trout's also the same age as Aaron Judge. Once you compare their stats, home runs, Trout is more than double Judge. He demolishes Judge in the stat category. So let's go on that one too. If you're going to use Soto, and again, Soto's been playing for 3 years. It's impossible to compare somebody who's been playing for 3 years to somebody who's been playing for like 8 or 9. Marlon Gonzalez is a better switch hitter than Hicks. He should take Hicks spot. I would agree, Ramses. I would agree. Well, 95 likes. We're almost at 100. I want to wrap it up at 100 if you don't mind. Marlon doesn't really play center field. Yeah, that's true too, Christopher. I think Soto has kind of leveled himself with Trout, Tyler, at this point. I mean, Trout is a generational talent. There's no doubt about that. No doubt about it. I'd have to pass on Trey. I mean, there are a lot of people who would pass John. I totally get it. Trout is way better than, so he's way better than Judge too. Yeah, let's be respectful, guys. Let's not start name calling stuff. So let's just keep that in mind. Mounds players are getting in contracts. Yeah, it's ridiculous, man. I know, Billy. Especially when you don't really put my chicken pie. There he is. Trade Judge to Pittsburgh. Oh man, Pittsburgh, baby. Yeah. Gary's having his hot streak. Yeah, good for Gary. Trade Judge to Pittsburgh for Bryant Reynolds, baby. Trout has had 10 more years. Good for him. Good for him. Trout is a generational talent. Generational talent. Stanton, DJ back in. Yeah, I think so, Jay. Trout is an all-time great. Yeah. He's a Hall of Famer right now already at 31 years old. Yes. Who needs cable? We have. I know. Again, Rose, who's giving you this information? Who's feeding you this information? You think the Yankees will pay $400 million when they are paying Santa Claus so much money? Not happening. Cheap on Judge. $30.5 million a year starting at 31 years old is cheap in your opinion, Rose? Please elaborate. Please elaborate. Big blow for the Twins. Yeah, Chris Paddock. That sucks for the Twins. It really does. Tommy John. He had Tommy John today, Tyler. I have to go Judge because Buxton is a big-time injury risk. Yeah. He's not that durable either, but he has been more durable than Buxton. That's right, Christopher. That is true. Exactly. Judge, asking Judge to get 30+ million, 35 million when he's 38 to 40 years old, that is dangerous. You could trade for Juan Soto right now and then give him a 10-year extension, and he'd only be 33 when the extension ended. He can go back out and get another deal. Age matters. Age matters. Dump Gallo and Hicks are putting the deal together for Benintendi. That would be nice, Chicken Pong. I like Benintendi. You'd have to do more than that for Benintendi, but yeah. Trout's career WAR is 78.8, Soto's 19.4, and Judge's 28.4. Yeah, again, and it's really, you can't really compare because Soto's only been playing for like 3 years. So it's the amount of years, it's cumulative. So like comparing it now is ridiculous. Let's give Soto 8 years or 9 years of playing and then see where he's at. And that's the thing. Age is exactly daily dose. Age is the big factor. Every team in baseball will pay Soto $400 million. You would bashing Cashman? Not me, Rose. I don't spend my time bashing Cashman. Those are other YouTube channels and other fans, and you know that. I defended Cashman on this channel. I was one of the few people defending Cashman. I got a ton of hate for it from a lot of people who were attacking Cashman. So I know for a fact that you're lying right now. Make it up. Okay? Judge not making the World Series. It's not Judge. It's the Yankees. Okay? You're talking like this. Are you Judge's spokesperson? Again, what channel is giving you your talking points, Rose? Why don't you just tell us who the channel is? Just tell us. Are you afraid to tell us? Trout is way better than Soto. Stats-wise, average slugging, on-base WAR. Soto not even close to Trout. Again, WAR. You cannot compare WAR to somebody playing 3 years versus somebody playing 8. It's cumulative. It's mathematically not possible. Trout is leading baseball in WAR and pace for about 10+ WAR a year. Good for him. That's awesome for Trout. I love Trout. Love Trout. I love him. So, oh, I know they do, John Doe. Yep. I don't listen to them. I don't get anything out of them. So, one of them attacked me on his channel. I don't. I'm not wasting my time with that channel. So I don't get anything out of it anyway. But they trash him on the regular. I know. But yeah, they attacked me for what reason? I don't know. I don't talk about them. I don't attack them here. But whatever. It's all good. Mm. The Astros did not cheat. The Yankees would have been in the 27 World Series. Maybe there's no guarantee they would have beat the Dodgers, though. I mean, there's no guarantee they would have beat the Dodgers like the Astros did. So there's no guarantee for anything. And again, Rose, who's feeding you your propaganda? What channel is feeding you this information? Jay, exactly. I've never been on I call Cashman out for certain things. Yes, when I feel it's justified, but I've never been. This is not a bash Cashman channel. This is not a bash anybody channel. We don't really bash people on here. Like, there's other places for that, and that's fine, totally fine. So maybe Robert, yeah. I just find it funny. I'm curious to know where she's getting her information from. Judge is not getting Trout money, and you said Soto is. Yeah, and I'll still say that, Rose. Judge is going to be 31. He's going to be 4 years older than Trout, or 5 years older than Trout when Trout got that money. So yeah, he's not getting Trout money. Soto is. Yeah, I'm standing by that too, and I think most people would. Signing Boone's, mixing for the charges for the changes he made. Singing Boone's praises. Who is Tyler? Is IKF as good as Jeter defensively? I wouldn't go that far right now, Adam. I think IKF needs to make some adjustments. And Jeter was spotty when he first came on too, and then he made some big time adjustments, and that's one reason why he's in the Hall of Fame. So he's got, I think, better range than Jeter. Yes, but it's really hard to compare somebody to a Hall of Famer. It's really hard. Home runs per game, Judge. So what? So what, bros? Judd Trout. He is not Mike Trout, so not Mike Trout. Coming up with these random stats. Like, he scored 4 runs in Houston. And that's why we didn't beat the Astros with Gross. Yeah, we didn't hit their pitching. Exactly. We didn't hit their pitching. We didn't hit their pitching in Houston. We hit them at home, but we didn't hit their pitching in Houston. So totally, absolutely. Given that Gallo and Chapman are free agents at the end of the year, probably would be not back next year. Make it make sense if you can't trade. Yeah, you could ball for. I mean, I would look into it, no doubt. Britton's a free agent too, and some other guys too. So Judge isn't better than Kyle Tucker or Michael Brantley. Did somebody say that, Adam? I missed it if somebody said that. Mike Franchese even says Judge isn't getting tried. Yeah, it's obvious. It's obvious. He's a victim of a late service time clock. That's not his fault. Most of these guys hit free agency. The top guys, Bryce Harper, and them hit free agency at 26, 25. He's hitting it at 31. It's just, that's the reality. That's the reality. So, Woods will not chat with fan. Scares the hell. Yeah, he scares me too. Judge, exactly, Christopher Woods. He's going to be 31. Trout got his money at like 26 or 27. That's a big difference. The age thing is a huge difference. Even Soto, when he's a free agent, is going to be 26. He's prime position to get a ball. If he stays healthy and the way he's playing the way he is, forget about it. has been talking about Judge getting payday from what? I mean, Adam, he's earning a payday, no doubt about it. He was already offered a payday too, and he turned it down. So, but again, the more his free agent value goes up, the more his trade value goes up. So, and in my opinion, he's already turned it down. So, Yanks did not want to give him 230 million when he would get more. They did offer him 230 million, and he will get much more than that. The Yankees will make more profit. So what, Rose? That doesn't justify giving him a ridiculous contract at 31 years old. The Yankees have been burned by those contracts in the later years for the players. Why are they going to do it again? Feel more comfortable at Holmes pitching for one run lead. Oh God, yeah, Balfour. Ooh, yeah. Soto could be the sport's first 500. Yeah, he could be, Mark. He could be. He really could be. Yeah, I mean, I'm more confident with Clay Holmes as our closer too. Chapman's it just reminds me too much of John Wetland. Frightens me. But anyway, let me wrap this up, guys and gals. Thank you for a spirited debate and discussion. And let's celebrate another Yankees win, another Yankees series win, huh? Why is the fan base so divided about Judge? Like he asked for more than he's worth. Don't pay him. Judge is not Mickey Mantle. He's not Mickey Mantle. No, I get it. He's not Mike Trout. He's a great player. Don't get me wrong. But again, he's going to be 31. He'll get paid one way or another. But I don't see the point. I don't see the point in bashing all these other players. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make the Judge argument any stronger. Fiscally irresponsible for the Yankees to give that time. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. What team might give Judge $300 million? Like the Dodgers. They're in a prime position too. Dodgers. I mean, could be the Giants, the Mariners, Padres. They're all in prime position. They have the money to do it. I'll check out my videos this offseason about Cashman. Go right ahead. So let me get this straight, Rose. You haven't seen my videos about Cashman yet. You've been telling me that I've been bashing Cashman. So you outed yourself as lying, right? Let's just be clear about that right now. Because everybody on this channel knows that I haven't spent time bashing Cashman. So why would you say it if you haven't seen my videos? And you know for a fact that I don't do it on the live streams. So why would you say that? And again, Rose, how come you won't tell me who's feeding you this information? Mark Watson, I always appreciate you, man. Appreciate that, bro. I hope I get over 25,000 subs too. I'm on the road to 25,000 subs to the end of the year. So we'll see if I can get there, man. But I appreciate the kind words and support, brother. Always, man. And then, yeah, man, I mean, they were 27-9 to bat against 77. I think we're 27. I could be wrong. You might be. It's either 27-9 or 28-9. But let's go for the sweep tomorrow. Giants or Dodgers definitely in a position to pay. The Mariners have very wealthy owners. They have the money. They're already making trades, positioning themselves as a contender in the West too. He's a West Coast boy. So I would expect him to go to the West Coast if he is not with the Yankees. John Doe, I appreciate that, brother. Ellsbury was 30 when he got that. Exactly, Robert Johnson. It blew up in the Yankees' face. Blew up in the Yankees' face. And the Yankees dodged a big-time bullet with Robinson Cano. Now the Mets are eating $50 million of his contract. Ugh. So anyway, have a great night, everybody. And let's go Yankees. Tomorrow's an afternoon game. I'll put out the lineup. We'll talk about the recap, and I'll let you know exactly when I get a report on Luis Gil and his injury. So, and you'll know. I have one more time. Paul, if I have to admit, I wasn't happy with Cashman's offseason. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people weren't happy, and I wasn't the most happy either. But again, look what he's done. Okay, and you don't need to sign. On paper means absolutely nothing. Simeon's playing terrible. Correa, terrible. Correa, terrible. Trevor Story, terrible. All the big name shortstops, terrible. Okay, none of them are playing well. None of them. And the Yankees have a better record than everybody in baseball. So, and I don't see the point in just bashing Cashman. I just don't get it. I don't see the point. So, I totally don't get it. But yeah, we're over 100, man. I appreciate you. Yeah, starting pitcher, man. Yankees need more pitching. Have a great night. Peace and love.